baby, honey, let me tell you something. Because this headline right here, honey, it should have been dropped the same week this case broke. David now eyed as a suspect. How? Now? Come on now. A 14-year-old found in his Tesla, decomposed, hidden, left in his car for weeks, y'all. And y'all only today want to say he's being eyed as a suspect. Child, be serious. Be serious. This was the most predictable plot twist since Water is Wet. You understand? A missing child, a grown man, a dead body in his vehicle. And everybody is acting shocked like this wasn't staring them right in the face the entire time. Let's break this mess down, okay? Let's break it down because criminal villains right here, honey, we don't play about the truth. Celeste, say her name, y'all, before anything. Before we even breathe his name, we got to say her name. Celeste. She was a child, not a young lady, not a companion, not a girlfriend, a child, 14 years old, y'all, in the 8th or 9th grade, still somebody's baby. And her story deserves respect. Not the headlines protecting a man with a couple of TikTok hits. What actually happened? That's what I want to know. Do y'all want to know that? What actually happened? Here's the timeline, simple and clear. Celeste goes missing out Lake something in Florida, right? Months pass, no confirmed sighting. I mean, nothing. Then on September the 8th, a Tesla gets towed and placed in an impound. What was that impound lot in Hollywood? Because it's been just sitting there, honey. They said it was smelling. It got ticketed. It got abandoned. Working opened that funk, honey. When they opened that funk and the inside of that trunk, man, they found the decomposed body, okay? It was in a bag. Just thinking about it gives me the creeps. It gives me the creeps. And she was a child, you guys. You guys, come on. She had a whole future ahead of her. And this man did this to her? Come on now. And y'all just now, I'm so pissed off about it, y'all. But honey, they found her body in a bag, in a car, registered to David. Okay? That is not a small coincidence, y'all. This is not a tiny detail. This is not inclusive. Come on now. Come on now. This is a crime scene. This is a crime scene. The first red flag, the hesitation. What shook the public wasn't the body. It was the reaction, because instead of calling this what it is, clearly looked like we heard no arrest being made. Still waiting on the results, okay? Not calling it a homicide. Why it took so long for that? Not calling him a suspect. Why it took so long for that? Baby, what? A child is in this man's car. It's in this man's car. A child is in this man's car. In pieces, according to several reports, thrown away like trash. Thrown away like trash. And instead of dragging him in for questioning, we got paperwork and patience. We got paperwork and patience. This is why we're so effing furious. If any regular man had a 14-year-old remains in his vehicle, he would have been handcuffed before the ink dried on the police report, right? Right? But because this one had a couple of viral songs, because he had a label company, a toy a team, suddenly everything moves slower. Did y'all notice that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is everything moving slower for him? Huh? Now all of a sudden, you got TMZ, you got ABC News, you got NBC LA. Everybody starts reporting he is now being eyed as a suspect. Not confirmed by LAPD officially, but leaked hard enough for every major outlet to hit publish. TMZ even said LAPD may now be treating this as a homicide. So now, months later, now LAPD may now be treating this as a homicide investigation. Baby, if that's true, what's a 180? Okay, what a whole new direction. Why the public is fed up. Let's just be real, y'all. The internet didn't react like, oh, wow, new development. No, the internet reacted like, finally, it's about damn time y'all start looking at his ass like a suspect. We've been saying this shit. He did it. Who else would be the suspect, dummy? Okay? Because the math was mathing from day one. A dead child, a grown man, his car, a hidden body, the most predictable suspect in true crime history. The disbelief isn't about his innocence or guilt. It's about the delay. Why are they delaying this shit? She was a child. How many times we got to keep saying this? We're not dancing around that. This part must be said. He was around 20. She was 14. That is not a relationship. That is not a miscommunication. That is not they were close. This is predatorial, you guys. He was a pedo. Full stop, period, in the end. Even if this case had nothing to do with homicide, why was a man in his 20s involved with a 14-year-old at all? This alone should have had him answering questions. Listen, the Santa Barbara trip, now here's where it gets darker, y'all. Can we talk about the Santa Barbara trip? Do y'all know about that? Honey, sources say investigators are looking into a trip David allegedly took to a remote part of Santa Barbara County back in spring of 2025, earlier this year. Why? Why there? Why that timing? Why those hours? Because that Tesla is a snitch. Yeah. Tesla track everything, you guys. Tesla tracks the mile, the stops, every door open, every location, every drive time, every time stamps. Nothing is hidden in the Tesla. Nothing is a secret. If that trip lines up when Celeste died, this case is about to explode. Multiple people may have helped NBC LA drop this bomb, y'all. Multiple investigators reportedly believe more than one person helped dismember and dispose her body. More than one. It was a group effort, honey. Woo! My God, remind me of Kata Scott. It was more than one people. They are killing people in groups now. They are killing you in groups, y'all. Woo! This means somebody talked, somebody folded, somebody slipped, and somebody told them something, because you don't get that multiple people help detail from thin air, right? Right. And you don't hide something like that alone. It was a group, okay? Then we got word. Y'all, from multiple outlets that he allegedly stopped cooperating with the police. Why he stopped? Baby, if you innocent, cooperate. You defend yourself, you show proof. And when you pull back, when you get quiet, When you get lawyer up heavy, when you start transferring homes into mama names, people start drawing conclusions, you guys. Let's talk about this fame. Can we talk about the fame for a second? People keep acting like he's some A-list icon. No, baby. He's a mid-level TikTok famous. He got hits, he got streams, he got fans, but he ain't no damn Drake. He ain't no Billie Eilish. He ain't no Bad Bunny. Hell, half of the world didn't even know who he was until Celeste's body was found. He was not a big enough unknown level for all this hesitation. He's not big enough that to give his ass so much grace. Come on now. Not big enough for this slow crawl toward justice. What happens next, y'all? Here's what we are waiting on. The official report, cause of death, the toxoxy. You know what I'm trying to say. Toxoxy report, the solid evidence and the decision, okay? The DA decision. We're looking for the possible arrest. I want that. I want the warrants. I want all the people that knew about this, that's speaking out. And trust me, y'all, someone is going to be cracking behind the scenes, because the moment you hear the phrase multiple people help, you already know somebody is talking to save themselves. Justice for Celeste, y'all. Before we close out, her name matters most. Her name matters most. Her story matters, y'all. Celeste is a child, a victim taken too young, thrown away like she was nothing, and left in a car like she didn't have a family. Praying for her return. We will keep saying her name. We will keep watching the case. We will keep applying pressure, and we will keep demanding answers. This is the Criminal Villains, baby, where we speak for the child that can't speak no more. Baby, this story is not over. Not by a long shot. Stay locked in. I'll be back with updates.